Hi guys, I'm back. Now I'm going to talk to you about why Young Living and Seed to Seal. Why the Seed to Seal is so important for oils. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see the slides, and I'm still going to continue to talk to you. And then briefly throughout the video, I'll show my face again. I'm sure you guys don't really want to see my face. You'll more than likely want to see the slides anyways, right? Okay, so here we go. Okay. So, Seed to Seal. Seed to Seal is their claim to fame. Young Living has been in business for 20 years. Most essential oil companies do not even distill their own oils, which is the most important part of the process to ensure the medicinal qualities of the oils are not lost. Young Living is the world leader in cultivating, distilling, and producing therapeutic grade essential oils. They are the only, let me say this one more time, the only essential oil company in existence that does every part of the process themselves. They own their own farms around the world. They harvest their own plants and even several distilleries around the world. They also bottle their own oils right at their own warehouse. So since Young Living has complete quality control, Young Living can 100% guarantee that their oils are pure. This is Young Living's Seed to Seal guarantee, their claim to fame. I also love that they replenish when they harvest and don't use traditional chemical pesticides on their crop. Instead, they use essential oils. This is the number one reason why I chose Young Living when I was researching the different companies, was the Seed to Seal promise. Okay, so the FDA really, this is an awesome thing. I never really realized this about the FDA, but the FDA does not regulate essential oils, so labels can say anything they want on them. You only need 10% of the oil to be labeled pure. The rest is additives. 99% of olive oils are altered in some other ways, and some other oils are not pure. Sorry, I said that wrong. Let me rephrase that. 99% of all other oils are altered in some way. Our oils are not. Pure 100% essential oils never, guys, never should expire. So that means there should never be an expiration date on the bottle. Okay, so what isn't? So if you don't add anything, no additives, and it's all natural, 100% from the ground, there will never be anything that should be in there that should make a bottle of oil expire, right? So when you start adding things into it, that's what makes the oil actually expire. So when you're buying other name brand essential oils, companies can be adding other additives to their oils that could be potentially dangerous. Let me go on to the next slide because I'm sure there's a little more information on there that I'm talking about. Oh, yep, there you go. There's some more information. You guys can take a look at that while I continue talking more about the Young Living. Another reason why I chose Young Living is because I know 100% what they are putting in their products, as well as how they are making their oils. So, Gary Young, he's right here. This guy, right here. Oh, sorry, not her. This guy right here, Gary Young. Okay. He's an amazing guy, by the way. I know there's stuff out there on the internet that talks about him and it says, different things about him. It's not true, guys. He is an amazing guy. He really, really is. He's a Christian. He has several different missionaries that he funds. And that's a lot to get into right now, but if you'd ever want to talk about the different foundations that he funds in Africa, like he makes shoes for the kids, and they always send people over there to help out in different areas. I would love to talk to you more about that because I donate a lot to them when I'm ordering. I always round up my money to them because I know where it goes. He updates us monthly on what he's doing in the different foundations. Okay, so anyway, sorry. Off on a tangent. But anyways, Gary Young will never and has never planted seeds on soil that has been chemically treated. Our company does not use pesticides because obviously, organic pesticides can change DNA of the plant, then in turn changes the oil. Young Living uses their own essential oils. Okay, guys, so I'm going to turn around the camera. hopefully you guys understand. I mean, you guys can hear me okay. And so, I'm going to turn around the camera and I'm going to talk about something that, really, that I wanted to explain to you guys a little bit. Okay. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about this analogy. It's a funny term. People usually laugh when I say it, so go ahead, laugh, get it out of your system. It's called the teabag analogy. Okay, I laugh a little bit when I say it too, but it's a good analogy to use, which talks about young living oils versus other oils. Okay, so the first distillation is the young living oil, which is the most pure quality because you're getting all oil and nothing else added or taken away. The second and the third the second, third, and fourth distillations, which are products of the original distillations. So that's like taking a Young Living bottle, our oil, and taking a little bit of our oil and mixing it with whatever they want to. So that's like the second, the third, and the fourth distillations. You know, the second, obviously, they still have a little bit. Okay, we're going to get into that. I'm going ahead of myself, sorry. Okay, I like to think it as this. The first cup of tea. So think of a cup of tea. You take your water, your hot water, you put your tea bag in there, right? And the first cup you have is nice, hot, fresh, tastes amazing. You don't need anything added to it. No honey, no sugar, no nothing. It's amazing, right? Just thinking about it, right? It's great. And that's the first distillation. Then you take the same tea bag and make another cup of tea. Which has most of the stuff, you know, most of the teas that's still from the tea bag. It still has most of the stuff, except you don't get quite of the good quality products because it has already been used once. It's already been in a cup of water sitting there for a while. It's already been used once, right? That would be considered the second distillation. Then you take that third cup of water and you put the same tea bag in there again, right? Now it's starting to taste really weak and not strong, and you're like, ugh, this is so bland. I need something added to it, right? So you start adding some honey, some sugar, and you stirring it, and then so that's like considered the third distillation. Because so you start adding things because they didn't get the same amount of oil the first time and the second time, so they start adding other things to it. Then you take that same tea bag with the fourth cup of tea. The fourth time around, it is so weak that it doesn't taste like anything. Like, it just really tastes like water with maybe a tint of tea, right? This is when they start adding more chemicals and more additives to it because there is little oil, and they want it to look like more instead of just a little bit, right? This is considered the fourth distillation. So the third and the fourth distillation are created in a laboratory. They're not created on a farm. They're not distilled on a farm. They aren't planted on the farm. They are considered fragrance grade oils. So that's like basically oils that you would find in like home health food stores or the different stores that sell them now, like Bath and Body have, I think they use some kind of essential oils in some of their bath stuff. Also, sorry, my back hurts. They're selling them at Hobby Lobby. They're selling them at Walmart. They're selling them all over the place. So those are considered fourth distillation oils. So I know we look at a Young Living bottle and think it's so expensive, right? I know. When I first started out, I was like, wow, these bottles are expensive, like frankincense. Okay, so you can get frankincense at $10 at a store. No, guys, it's not $10 at all. You can't get a bottle of frankincense for $10. Frankincense is $78. The good stuff. So they probably buy a bottle of frankincense and use it and put a little bit in a bottle. You can't get it for $10. But let me tell you, the $10 bottle is the same size as probably the frankincense, and you have to probably use half the bottle just to get, to be able to feel the effects, to get the benefits of the oil, because there's only about 10%. Like I said, there's only 10% of the actual frankincense. But then you compare it to a Young Living bottle of frankincense, and guys, you only have to use like 1 or 2 drops because it's so potent. So that bottle will last you longer than the bottle that you paid $10 for, and you're not even getting anything. So people always come to me like, well, those oils never work. They don't work. Well, that's because you're getting your oils somewhere like the health food store or any of these stores now everybody's selling them. They're not real. They are fake. Anybody could put 100% therapeutic grade essential oils when they're not. They don't own their farms. They don't distilling their own product, and you don't know what's going in them. I just really wanted to touch on that, and I know I probably went over a little bit, but I really wanted to touch on the Young Living because it's very, very important. I understand that this is a class and I'm teaching you, and I'm only maybe one person that's telling you this, but please do your research. Please do your research before you put these oils on your kids or yourself. They can be dangerous. If you don't use them the right way, they can be very harmful and dangerous to your kids or to you. That's why please do your research. You don't have to take my word if you don't want to. I understand. That's why I say please do your research, because it is out there. You will know about, there's information about Young Living. Make sure it's a guaranteed source, not like some blog that a mom's talking on or something. You need to make sure that they're like .org, like, is it WebMD or something like that? I can't remember the one that I go to. It's something .org. I can get you the website that I'm talking about, and we have our own website that talks more about it. It's distillery9.com if you want to go there, and they have videos and they have different things on there that will show you about Young Living. So now I am going to go to the next video here in a little bit. Thank you guys for listening to this one. This one's very important to me. This is the biggest reason why I chose Young Living. So thank you again, and I'll see you in a few.